All right, so we're here with Sketch, guys. Thank you, Sketch, for being here. I greatly appreciate it.
Problem, dude. Good to be here, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we talked last. Actually,
It,
voice talk.
it's been a long time, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially with everything that's been going on in both of our lives. So
Sure.
we'll get right into this. You got a question. You got a list of the questions I sent you. We'll probably pull a few from chat. If there's any you don't want to answer, just you know what to do. Just ignore
I'm
them.
an open book, dude. Just ask away.
Well, never mind. I won't do that. What made you start wanting to do? What made you start doing Twitch?
With Twitch, it pretty much just started. I've told the story 100 times. My old roommate just decided one day to. It started off by he heard something through the grapevine through one of his friends about this thing called Twitch, and how you can interact and talk with a streamer friend. Well, eventually, he kind of reeled me into it. I started watching a couple people. As that happened, he was like, "Dude, we should totally learn how to do this ourselves." So we did, and I started it out as a hobby. I was a single guy. I came home from work most of the time, just had nothing to do. So I was like, why not? Just do it and continue with it. And then eventually it got to the point where I started having people like get a hold of me like, yo, Sketch, when are you going to stream again? And that's really kind of what kept me at it was just I had people that wanted to be there to watch my streams, and then I just kept going with it.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember back when I think you still had like less than 50 viewers. You had that shitty chair that you used to sit on.
Oh my God, dude. Like, me falling in that chair is still everywhere on the internet.
Is it still on your channel?
It's I don't know where it is. I'm sure Cherry's got it somewhere, but
Oh, more than likely. Welcome back, Dark Fire Souls. Okay, so and guys, like I said, we will be taking any questions from chat. So go ahead and post them after we see them. We'll ask them. You know the deal. When you first started, was Minecraft your go-to game, or was there any other games you wanted to do?
when I first started, I actually started out playing Smite. It was just like the first couple times that I actually played Smite. Kind of just sat there and hung out with everybody else. And it kind of just ended up being one of those stick with my friends and oh, I spelled that wrong, sorry. Yeah, I just decided to go through and switch up to Minecraft at some point, and it was pretty much just the games that I was interested. So it started out with Smite, and then I started picking up Minecraft. I streamed a couple days on WoW when I first started streaming, but realized that nobody really wanted to sit there and watch that, so I kind of nicked that in the bud really quick. Um, then I just went to Minecraft, started messing around with some Mad Pack, and the rest is history, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I remember back when I started playing Smite on my other channel, I had asked you, and you're just like, "Yeah, I don't play that anymore." Well, shit.
Yeah, I got to like level 6 in that, and the third person like behind view is just not for me. I'd rather have the overhead view myself,
Oh,
kind of MOBA or anything.
that drives me nuts. That really does just drive me nuts to sit there like that. I don't know why. Like I'm a COD player, long time COD player, so I guess that makes sense for me.
Yeah, I mean, I played COD all the time, but mine was always first person. Like, I never played any of the like Gears of War, third person, rear view. So I just couldn't get into it, man. I wasn't into any games that were like that. Even like, I guess what other games were there that you could even do that with? There was Gears of War. I think there was Battlefield that you could do that with, if I remember right.
Army of Two.
Army of Two. I never played that.
Really? That was
Yeah.
actually a really good game.
I've never played any like third person behind view games, so it was just really really weird to me, and I just didn't like it.
Okay. Special Ops wants to know how old you were when you started streaming.
Would have been 3 years ago in next March, so I would have been 25, 24 when I started streaming, and then 2 months later I turned 25.
Jesus, can't believe you've only been streaming. You've been streaming for 3 years.
Yeah, less than 3 years, man. 2.5 technically is what it is, but
okay. Yeah, you probably you weren't as overly serious about it when you first started, though, were you?
Oh no, dude. I just did it. Like I said, I just did it as a hobby. It started out where, or I guess it was just something to do. Like I would come home and I would already be playing video games anyway, so why not just stream and just kind of did it, man. That's all it ever was.
Serenity would like to know what your best memory while streaming is.
The one you're making right now. It's true.
Oh God, I don't know. What is my best memory while streaming?
It has to be the Kool-Aid girl.
Oh, gross.
All right, I'm not here.
For those of you that don't know what the Kool-Aid girl is, type in Google Images.
You don't want to do that. Just don't. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I have way too many good memories of it. I think my all-time best memory that led into a lot of things was my first time ever. I think I was streaming with Ghost a long time ago, and it got to the point where him and I think we started playing Crash Landing at some point, and then it just like developed one of like the strongest friendships that I've ever had through like, fellow streamers that were, doing what I was doing.
Yeah, it was a good friendship growing there.
Yeah, and I didn't expect it to grow so exponentially. Like I would get done streaming and I would instantly go talk to Ghost and like everybody that he would talk to on a daily or nightly basis, and it was just like I guess I don't even know if there's like a distinct memory of that, because like I have so many good memories with Marks. I have good memories of playing games with you. I have good memories of playing games with Death and Ghost and a lot of people, man. Like it really just depends on like I'd have to have that narrowed down a little bit more rather than just one memory, because I have way too many good memories.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable. You've been streaming for quite a while. There's been a lot of big things that have happened with you.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are from Sketcher's channel that don't know, the reason I keep snorting and slurping, I have Tourette's. Plain and simple. Can't help it.
It's something you got to run with, guys.
Yeah. Nothing I can do about it. Sir Envy, I'll get to your question in just 1 second. When you started streaming, did you ever get a, quote unquote big break to help your channel and name expand?
Ironically, a lot of people ask me that question, but I think what it was I just played a pack that was big and new at the time. So my first pack that I actually streamed was Mad Pack 1, the original one. And that was huge because that was when Lucky Blocks first came out. People were going nuts. They're like, I've never seen this before. What does this do, kind of thing? And it just spiraled like crazy. You get people that come in after, I just lost the world, and they'd be like, what the hell happened? They'd stick around, and, one thing would lead to another. I'd lose another world on it, and then just, it was all about the reaction and stuff. So, like, I guess my biggest break was just a matter of staying consistent, man. Like, just always sticking with, what's not necessarily new and hip, but doing something that you enjoyed doing, but wasn't too old. Like going back and playing, like, I don't even know, like the original Sky Factory would just be for nostalgia. Like I wouldn't go back and play the original Sky Factory like for a serious playthrough anymore, It would just be like, man, I remember all this stuff. It's not, you wouldn't do that for like a serious challenge pack or something to keep your entertainment for a really long time, because that was in 1.6.4 Minecraft versus now we're already at 1.10 Minecraft. That was 3 years ago Minecraft, which has been drastically changed since then.
Oh, has it ever?
So.
Okay, Derek, I understand. Okay, so Sir Envy had asked, how was your experience quitting your job? Did you ever think you would have to find another job outside of Twitch income? That's a really good question.
How was my experience quitting my job? Did I ever think you might have to find another job? Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Okay, so for when I first quit my job, obviously I had a fairly good job. I was getting, a fairly decent paycheck every month. I'd never had to check my bank account. I always knew money was there. Um, so I didn't have to worry about that. When Twitch ended up matching that between like tips and subs and all that stuff, it was one of those. I hate my job enough already just because I'm bored during the day that I would rather just go home and live on a tighter budget, but not have to worry so much about the stress of driving to work, driving 20 minutes to work, sitting there, dealing with people being stupid all the time, and this, just the stress of being bored all the time is stressful, dude. Not very many people understand how stressful it is just to be bored at work all the time because you're just like, la da 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 da. All right, 30 seconds has passed and it feels like 5 minutes. It just drags all day long.
I know that one only too well.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to work a lot of call center jobs.
Oh God, dude, I did. I couldn't do it. So essentially what happened is I realized that consistently for the past like 4 to 6 months, I had matched or just, been just shy of my wages that I made at my job after taxes. So it was enough to live on, right? I was comfortable. I didn't have to worry about it too much. Yes, I did have to penny pinch sometimes, but it wasn't too terrible. So I one day I just said, you know what, I'm done, and I just walked into my job and I shook my boss's hand, said it's been a pleasure to work with you, but I'm gonna move forward with my job. It originally stemmed from basically being declined because my original plan was to see if I could take a leave of absence, like a month off of work, to see how my streaming career could go. And when I was denied, I kind of had some resentment towards my company that I worked for, it's kind of childish now that I think about it, but it was the best decision of my life leaving that place. Yes, it was a great job. I will never talk negatively of it. However, it definitely was not the place for me. And understanding that was just the underlying factor where I was just like, I'm just going to go home. I'm just going to stream as much as I can, build my community up as much as I can, and hope that it happens, and maybe I can get a big breakthrough. Sure enough, yes, on the opposite side of that, yes, there have been times where I was like, damn, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills. So I did think about going to my old job again and being like, look, dude, I'll work, and just kind of stick here and do streaming on the side again. There have been times like that. Fortunately, I didn't have to do that. Anytime I would be stressed out about it, something would happen and, something would break through. I had a great community that if I ever said, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills, everybody came together and, took that stress off my back.
And that's such a big thing on Twitch. It really is.
It is huge to have a community that you can rely on just to be there for you in times of need. Like recently, I've had some personal stuff, and just people being there has helped me out tremendously. And in the past, people being there to help out, to help me live my life with no care in the world, I couldn't ask for anything more than what I have right now, dude.
Like, honestly, I'm kind of speechless as to what to say to that. It was such a good answer. But I'm actually glad that question was asked, because the next question was, what was the biggest influence in your life and what made you think this job for me was for you? So that really helped lead into this question.
So essentially it came from, I'm already a talkative person as it is. I'm sure you guys can hear just from the last 10 minutes of being in this interview. I talk a lot to people as it is, even out in the bars. I'm not the type of person that'll go up and be like, hey, I'm Sketch, nice to meet you, in my hometown. However, if I'm out and about at like TwitchCon or whatever, yes, I will do that with no problem. But once the ice is broken, I can, talk somebody's head off for hours. no problem whatsoever. And we can talk about, stupid stuff, intellectual stuff, stuff that, may not be the greatest things to talk about in public. Like the offensive things, talking about politics, other stuff. Like, you just get to that point where once you feel that you can talk freely with anybody, that's the best feeling in the world. And it led up into my streaming, where I knew that I could take that aspect of my life, and basically talk about whatever I want within reason. And then I also just got to the point where, I'll be honest with you, the first week or two that I was streaming, I was nervous to be in front of the camera. Then eventually it just got to the point where I didn't care anymore. I had my my broadcasting software that I had, and I just minimized it and just let it go. And I just streamed for as much as I could.
Awesome. Sir Envy had asked, since you started doing the YouTube thing with Clusterstruck, will there be any YouTube exclusive content to promote the channel?
Such as what, Sir Envy? Because I guess it really just depends on how you want to look into it. Because
I'm guessing they mean by like
just doing stuff by myself.
Specific videos just for YouTube, not on stream.
YouTube exclusive content to promote the channel. I don't know what he's actually meaning by that, but if there's going to be like YouTube only content, probably at some point, yes. I can't say that there won't be, but I guess there will be. Okay, I know for a fact there's going to be YouTube exclusive content that you will not be able to see on stream. However, there are going to be, like what we're doing with the live recordings and stuff, specifically that we love having an audience that's there, just so that way we can know, like, it loosens up a little bit, so it's not that awkward. Hey, I'm legit just staring into a camera. I know that there's actually people watching then and there, make it a little bit more comfortable for me, since I am so new to YouTube, and I still don't exactly know how to do it very well.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I've talked to that are just YouTubers. When they first started, it's hard to just sit there without a chat. I know a few YouTubers that pull up their chat, even though if they're just recording. That's it. Because they have an active chat, right?
Yeah.
Even when they're not. Or even vlogs, because that would be really cool to see more in your personal lives. Vlogs might be a thing.
I know that we had been talking about doing vlogs and stuff, but that gets into the point of, do I want to have vlogs on my gaming channel or not? And that's where I'm kind of on the edge of. I haven't decided if I want to put vlogs on a gaming channel, or if I just want to. It's either it's going to be just a gaming channel, or it's going to be everything about my life, and I haven't decided which one I want to do. And again, I'd have to learn how to exactly do that, recording it, downloading it to my computer, so on and so forth, editing, stuff like that. I just don't know how to do that yet. So I would love to. It's just going to take some time to learn and figure out what I need to do.
All right. No, honestly, I'd love to see vlogs on your channel, whether it be on your channel or a vlog exclusive channel. I think that'd be really cool for you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people from your stream would really enjoy that, because they get to see you outside of Twitch, right? Seeing what you're doing.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of it would be like, here's my dog. Yay, dog.
Here's my dog. Here's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
This is my room.
I can't show you guys where the magic happens.
Yeah, you'd have too many white ceilings. So much fabric.
I mean,
Well, not anymore, I guess.
my ceiling is already white, so hey.
Sir Henry, why don't you play games with you anymore?
Because the only game we ever played was League of Legends, and I've played like 2 ARAM games in the last, oh god, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks almost.
47. So go along with Sir Henry. Why don't you love me?
I do love 47, very much so.
Wait, you love 47? Who loves 47 nowadays?
Me?
You just asked. I'm just kidding. So we'll get into the next question, since there's no more there so far. When doing long streams, what makes you keep so energetic for stream? I myself, like, after about an hour, 2 hours, I'm just bleh. But I've seen you like in 8-hour streams still just going and going. I'm just like, what the hell?
I it really just depends, dude. There's several aspects to it. All right, so the first one is you got to keep yourself engaged. You got to find something that's going to pique your interest throughout the day as much as it possibly can. What I've been doing lately, I've been playing Material Energy, and it's a challenge pack, right? So you work with the hardcore questing mod. So you get something, unlock another thing, or you basically do one quest, unlock another quest, and then you go down the steps, right?
Yeah.
So what I do is I try to progress as much as I can because I like a challenge. I enjoy, being able to beat things like that I can. So as I'm doing that, all I do is I make sure that I have, a soda or a water next to me to keep me hydrated, make sure that when I get up to go use the bathroom, I can go and, grab a little snack or something. I always have, even if it's just like a little Debbie snack or whatever. And yes, I'm fat, I know.
Have you seen what I look like nowadays?
You look a lot better than what you did.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
But continue, sorry.
A lot of it's also stemmed basically like what Hypnotic said just a minute ago. It's highly based off of streaming has boosted my confidence 100%, easily 100%, if not more. But it made it to where there's been a lot of times where I've lost energy, and when I lose energy, I don't want to stream just because I know that it can be boring. But there's times where I stick it out, and most of the time, you just got to have confidence. You get seasoned on it as you do it more often. I try to stream for a minimum 3 hours, if not more, every time that I stream. Otherwise, I feel like there's no point in me streaming, because if you think about your peak numbers, if we're just going to talk about viewers, we're getting to some real talk real quick. If you talk about your peak numbers, it's about 2 hours into your streaming time slot, right? Mm-hmm. So as you're streaming for, 2 hours, your peak is roughly going to be about 2 hours in. It'll go to about 4 hours or so and then slowly decline. That's just your standard numbers. Mm-hmm. And you can check it out in anybody's stream. No matter how you look into it, that's the stats. That's what's always happened to me. The only thing that ever, goes any different than that is, if somebody raids you or something, or hosts you or whatever, then your numbers can vary differently. But your normal just streaming itself is 2 hours, and then you slowly decline over the time. But I refuse to stream for less than 3 hours, just because in 3 hours I don't feel like I'm going to get as much done as I want to on any pack or any game that I'm playing. And I want to be able to be live for as much as I can, even if I can be live for, somebody to jump in for 15 minutes on their break at work, and they're like, all right, I watched a little bit of sketch today, I feel good at, maybe you can help me get through the day. That's the kind of stuff that I strive for.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where I've had a shit day and came to you telling you about my shit day, and you're just like, and then 20 minutes later, I'm just laughing my ass off. So
exactly, and it's just a matter of finding something that you enjoy watching, and just sticking with it. I mean, there's going to be times where you're going to be lost, and you're not going to know what's going on in the stream or whatever. If you ask a question, don't feel bad. I am one to say that I felt bad as well, where somebody's came in and they're like, hey, Sketch, what's going on right now? And I'm like, I literally just got done explaining it before I read your comment, and now I'm going to have to explain it all over again. Just keep in mind that there will be somebody asking the same questions as you at some point. So if you don't ask it, just somebody else will ask it soon. I can guarantee you that all the time.
Yeah, and to vouch for what you said earlier, the peak hours are like 2 hours. I've noticed a lot lately, where 2 hours in, I'm seeing people that are not normally here until then. It's just like, oh, well, I'm only going for 3 hours, and then I end up going for 4 or 5 because of it.
Yeah, exactly. And when you see that, like, I'll be honest with you, there's times where I see my numbers dwindle down a little bit, and then I'm like, man, I don't even know if it's really worth streaming some days. But I stick to it anyway, because I know that even though there's this many people on the stream, I'm making
Sorry.
somebody's day.
Sorry. So just to let you know, my donation alert's a jump scare. I don't know if you know that or not.
I don't
Jump
know.
scare screen. So that's why it just startled me. Epic Chiefs just donated $5. Thank you, Epic. Greatly appreciate it. Fuck, I'm not allowed to change it either. They've already told me if I change it, they're all walking away.
I remember that. You told me about that.
It's just like, why? Sorry about that. So Mama Life had asked, Sketch, do you drink? I could answer that for you, but go right ahead.
I do drink. I am your typical, I guess, youngster, I should say. I drink quite often when I'm not at home. I don't really drink while I'm at home ever. I've got beers in the fridge for if I ever have somebody over and we're doing like a
Shot
night
night.
or whatever. I've got a bottle of liquor down here too if I really wanted to, but I don't really drink unless it's when I take a day off or I go out for a friend's birthday or something, because realistically, I just have too much work to fucking do, man.
Yeah.
I'm always working no matter what it is. Even if I'm out at the bar drinking with my friends, I'm still networking, still telling people what I do, explaining how I do things and what things entail within streaming. And that it just never stops, man. And it's something that I love to do. I love being able to go out and brag to all these other people and say, I play video games for a living. And they're like, what the fuck? How?
Yeah, my family is the same way.
It's crazy, dude. If you don't understand how life is by a streamer or a YouTuber, you have no idea. Like, not a lot of people understand that.
Have you ever had to explain a shot night to them?
Not really, no.
No. Oh, I've had that conversation with my mom before.
I mean, I really just, it's people tip X amount of money for me to take a shot with or for them, and eventually at the end of the night, you get pretty trashed, and you have some fun, and people enjoy seeing you get completely wasted on stream.
Thank you, Epic, for another $4. You little shit. Yeah, I can hear him laughing at me. Sorry. Okay, so I know there's a few questions I missed. One was Sir Envy saying, did you do any marketing to promote your channel? If so, what was it? I think we just covered that with networking.
My only networking that I ever did was through Twitter. I advertised it once on my Facebook ever, and then I never did it again because I didn't feel like that was the right place to do it. And then everything else is word of mouth, or like I said, just streaming as much as you can and just doing it consistently.
Liz had asked why you're a butt face.
Oh, it's because I live to be a butt face to her, and that's it.
Kylie had asked, what is a shot night?
No, that's what like your mom would say to you. That's what
I totally misread that. Sorry. So, anyways, we'll continue with the questionings before I look like more of an idiot.
That's okay.
Hey, Sketcho!
Hello.
That's my brother in the background.
Yes, I'm visiting.
He's visiting.
What's up, Free Life brother?
Keep up the good work, big guy.
He's actually he was living with me when I first met you. So he's been around since I started and met you and everything.
Big inspiration.
Shit, nice, dude. I never knew that.
Yeah, I know. He knows how much of a big inspiration you've been on my stream and how much of a friend you've been to me. A big help.
I'm glad I can be here, man.
Yes, for a lot of you that don't know, I met Sketch before. Was it before I started streaming or just as I started? Pretty sure it was just before. Nah, it's just before. It was actually just before because I remember coming into your channel and asking a bunch of questions on how to stream and what to do.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. God, dude,
Yeah. That was fucking like 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, he's been around since then.
Holy cow, dude.
Like he was living with me for like the first 6 months to a year. So he knows a lot of the influence you've had with my streams and my friendship and how you've helped me get through things.
God, you need to kick him out if he's been living with you. For
Oh no,
2
he's not still living here. He's got his own place, but
I'm kidding.
I wouldn't kick him out anyways. It's okay, so it's not an actual brother. We've been friends for 12 years. Best friends.
Brother from another.
Gotcha.
It's one of those friendships you consider them family. My mom considers them a son, stuff like that. So anyways, let's continue with the questioning before we get off topic.
All right.
What's your favorite thing to do when you're not streaming? And
Sleep.
don't say fapping.
Sleep.
Sleep.
No, actually, my favorite thing that I love doing is spending time with my fiance. Hands down, is the best thing that I love doing. But you know, there have been times where I go an entire day with barely seeing my fiance, and she's just the greatest help to me in the world. Like, she understands that, hey, there are days where I'm gonna have to be working for 12 to 16 hours a day, depending on what I got going on, and she's just always there to be understanding with it, and I'm the luckiest guy in the world because of it.
Yeah, you've got a really understanding girlfriend. Well, fiance. That's right. I gotta correct that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you popped that question what, like 3 months ago?
March, so 5 months ago.
Oh, 5 months ago. Okay. This is how often I'm around for anyone's channel, guys. Just saying.
Wow, way to be that loner guy.
Hey, fuck you! I got 2 kids. My life goes
fuck
to them.
you also got a television.
Television. What about it?
You can throw it up on TV.
My kids are usually in the TV. If I'm not doing that, I'm usually streaming or
Thanks,
doing a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Luckiest guy in the universe. That's right, Kyle. He's the luckiest guy to have me as a friend. That's right.
Ha 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 ha.
Actually, I'm the lucky one for having him as a friend, to be honest. But hey.
Fish bosh.
Sorry, Dark Angel corrected me. I have 3 kids. Okay,
That's-
there's a story. There's a story to why I keep forgetting I have a kid.
Dumpster baby, man.
No. Dark Angel's a longtime viewer. Her son doesn't have a dad. I jokingly said on my stream one day, "You can call me dad," and ever since then, it's always been daddy free from him. And he's 3 years old now. So
Aww.
yeah. So I have a third kid. Any more questions in chat? No. Yes, I forgot, Bill. I'm sorry. I'm such a bad dad. And Epic, I love you too, but stop it. You know what you're doing now. Stop it. What made you decide to become a non-PG channel instead of the irregular kid-friendly channels you see out there?
The fact that I curse like a sailor, I didn't really have a choice. I guess the reason why I didn't really care was because I curse around my friends all the time anyway, so it really wasn't a big deal. And then I started working at a warehouse where everybody, F this, F that, hey dickhead, whatever. We'd always call each other, stupid names and stuff, but we'd be like, I need you over here. Yeah, and then it just got to the point where that was my life, and that's how I ended up addressing people. And we'd be in a loud factory, so we'd, whenever somebody would, scratch themselves or cut themselves on something or burn themselves, it would just be a loud fuck. And then next thing you know, it's start bullshit with people, and it just kind of left and right. It becomes your nature, and that's it. I don't know.
Okay, I see your question, Kylie. I'm going to get right to that. I'm kind of going to go to the next question I have because I am smoking, so it leads to this. When you quit smoking on stream, what was it for you? Did you do it for yourself, or did you do it as congratulations or something for the stream?
It was several leading factors. Probably the number one thing was honestly predominantly because Tink didn't like smoking, and it wasn't really a thing that I needed, so I sacrificed smoking to be with my fiance and make her happy. But there were other factors. So like the house that I was moving into almost immediately after I met her, didn't allow smoking anyway, so that was another variable. Number 3, the funds just weren't there, so I couldn't afford it anymore. Number 4, it didn't look that great on stream, so I
Yeah.
it was just one of those things where time to just kick it and start anew.
Yeah, you weren't an extremely heavy smoker like I am either, so I guess it wasn't too bad for you.
Oh, dude, I was smoking hookah for 20 minutes straight every I would probably smoke for 12 hours a day on Saturdays.
Yeah, but what I mean though is most of the time when I'm sitting at my desk, you don't see me with a cigarette in my hand.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a heavy smoker, so
Yeah.
it would be easier for you than it would be for me. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's still just as hard.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, when I quit, I just quit. I just stopped. Honestly, I didn't have any like withdrawals or anything like that. Like there's
That
times
would kill me.
I think about it, like I have a vape to kind of kick the idea of stuff, but I don't really ever use it. I use it like maybe once a week, if even that. Like I just have it here to have it just in case to, if I need a moment to just kind of sit back and look at things as a bigger picture. That's kind of what I do. I'll literally like pull my chair back away from my keyboard and mouse, sit there and vape for a little bit, and that's it.
Vape Nation, bro.
Vape Nation, brah.
Kylie had asked, what do you do to get psyched before every stream, if you do anything?
Before I would actually, there were a couple times where prior when I lived at my last place, I actually would do like push-ups to get my blood pumping sometimes. However, I guess it really just got to the point of chat ends up pumping me up. They're like, "Hey, Sketch, it's awesome to see you. It's great to be here. I've missed you." Da 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 da. And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude. We're here to make somebody's day, even if it is just a little bit better. We're here to make it just that much better for them, So that's what pumps me up now.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading chat as well.
That's fine.
Hi, Jess. How's it going? Who's the scrub I'm talking to? You wouldn't know him. It's just some random streamer.
Yeah, I don't. He sucks. You guys definitely don't know who he is.
Yeah, don't go follow this OI Sketch.io guy. He's kind of a shitty streamer.
Yeah, I think he's shitty too.
What is it about Minecraft? This is from a buddy of mine, Nightblade. This was his question for you. What is it about Minecraft that aligns itself so well with you? Meaning, like, what makes you want Minecraft so much?
I think that there's just so much variety of it. You can sit there and play the same exact pack thousands of times. I can take, like Sky Factory into play. I have played Sky Factory way too many fucking times.
Yeah.
But the thing is you can make it different every single time that you play. So you start off with, your typical one tree that you start off with, and you can go out 4 blocks and make your area, a 9x9, and that's, set out different ways. It's just a matter of setting up your platforms and the things that you do. You can do it in a different way. You can rush to go for, if you want to go the way of getting all of your loot from loot bags, that's a good way to do it as well. You can sit there and, do
The one chunk challenge.
the one chunk challenge. You can do, all you don't even utilize a mob farm for anything. You just sit there and go through the process of getting a cobble gen going. You can play the entire pack with either never making a cobble gen or never making a mob farm. I mean, you can go through the pack either way and just be fine with it.
Yeah. You won't be able to complete all the challenges, but it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could sit there and do whatever you want, and obviously, like having, chance cubes or lucky blocks or Pandora's boxes or anything like that add just that whole new variable to everything you do. And doing doing a lucky block or a chance cube or whatever for a sub can be the difference from, hey, you get something that can make you skip ahead 4 hours into the game, or can completely blow up your entire base and, you know, revert you back 2 to 3 hours that you've lost. You know, so it's really just a matter of how you feel that you want to play it, and it's different. My best advice, if you get bored with doing something the way that you're doing it, play along with a pack that your favorite streamer is playing. Like if you're playing Minecraft, do exactly what they're doing. If you are playing Sky Factory or, you know, Mad Pack or whatever, and they get a sub and they open up a chance cube or a lucky block, do the same thing and see what your outcome could be. It can be something that could be hugely devastating or hugely gratifying to you. And if you don't want to do that, why not? Like, there's just no reason not to. If you lose the world, just restart. I mean, the replay value on Minecraft is the best out of any game that I've ever seen. Well, it's probably within the top 5 games of replay value that you can get just thousands and thousands of hours of playtime on it.
Yeah, there's one other game that I would say has more replay value, and that's only because it's a game I enjoy, is Disgaea, if you've ever heard of it.
Never heard of it.
It's kind of like a turn-based, it's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, if you know what that is.
Kind of, yeah.
Turn-based and
Turn-based RPG.
Turn-based RPG. How would you put it, Phil?
Turn-based strategy RPG.
Turn-based strategy RPG, yeah.
Okay, I get it.
And then there's, like, you can go into every item as a world.
Yeah.
So, and there's just hundreds and thousands of ways to play it. Anyways, hold on.
Move on.
Mario said you and I should co-play a mod pack. We have co-played a mod pack. We went against each other.
Yeah.
That didn't end too well, though.
A terrible, terrible thing.
It kind of was.
What's up, baby?
Oh, we did. What did we play? What mod pack was that?
That wasn't that FTB Ultimate?
Maybe.
I don't remember, dude.
Yeah, Sketch doesn't like me having witchery.
Yeah, I'm never gonna play a pack with you that has witchery ever again in my life.
And I'm just a noob at witchery too. That's the worst part.
Yep.
There's so much more that could have been done, but I didn't know it.
You're just a cheap noob, is all it is.
I am. Hey, to be fair though, I didn't know mods when we agreed to do that, so I kind of went into it and did the only thing I could do.
Be a fucking cheapskate? Okay.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we got nuked by Marks and him. Everyone on my team was getting salty. Meanwhile, I had witchery on my side and got apples.
You're ready here in about 10 minutes or so.
And I just drowned myself over and over, killing them all. Anyways, we're gonna blow through these questions quickly because he only scheduled for an hour. He's got things to do.
I have dinner on the table for me.
Okay, so we'll just blow through these questions quickly then. How does streaming affect your real life, and how has it affected your love life?
Streaming affecting my real life. I feel like there's a lot more times where I may or may not feel restricted from being able to, like tonight, I almost didn't go to bed with my friends because I was like, oh man, I got to go to bed so I can get up and stream at a normal time. And then I realized, oh shit, I have an interview tonight anyway, so I can't, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to have to stay up anyway. But it's made me to the point where, yes, I do stay inside a lot, but there's also a lot of times where back when I was working at my last job, I was always the person calling others and being like, hey, you want to come out and hang out? Now I don't even really do that because there's always something that I could be doing for my job or for my family or, for the house that I'm living in. There's always stuff that I can do. So I don't make time for that many of my friends when I probably should. It's something that has been affecting me a lot. Most of the time, it's my friends getting a hold of me, and I try to make it out as much as I can, but I don't make it out nearly as much as I would like to, just because I know that there's always stuff that I should be doing, um, that I don't really just make the time for.
Okay, and we'll move on to the next one.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't
sorry.
really answer the love
life one.
part.
That's right.
I guess the love life part, it made it a lot better for me because I was able to schedule my own time. So back when Tink and I first started dating, she lived an hour away from me. So that was an hour drive that I would have to make there and back. So it'd be 2 hours just in drive time just to go see her. So that's why I would always make the days where it was like, I'm going to take X day off because I'm going to go see my fiance that lives, or I guess at the time, my girlfriend that lives an hour away. But it was a lot easier for me to set that up when it came to the point of, she's a full-time student and works full-time. So she only has, say, Monday and Thursday off. I would be able to say, all right, guys, Monday and Thursday of this week, I'm not going to be here because I plan on going to spend those days with her. Or it'd be like, Wednesday night, or I would go see her Sunday night and Wednesday night, essentially. And then I would, leave, late Monday or late Thursday or whatever. Or I would, come home after she would leave to go to school or something, come home, sleep, and wake up in time to go to work the next day or something like that,
Awesome. So I guess we'll cut out a few of the questions I have just to cut down on time because we only planned for an hour.
We want to ask.
Was, okay. What was your reaction when you had your first 10 regular viewers? Like just 10 people regularly in your chat at all times?
A lot of it was my real life friends. So it was just casual at the time. So one of them was, my old roommate. One of them was my current roommate. I asked them to just have it up on their stream. So I can't really go by that. Because all I did was told my friends, hey, if you have to, just mute the stream and leave it up because it still helps me out. Yeah. There's also another thing that people can do that they don't realize. Just, get a hold of your friends and be like, hey, dude, as long as you show up that you're in chat, it's still an extra viewer watching the stream. It'll help me out. I guess realistically, when it got to the point of my first regular 10 or 20 viewers was probably only my second or third day into streaming. I don't know what it was. People were they just came in and were hanging out. And it just came into the point of why not just continue doing what we're doing and just have fun with it. And that's all it ever was, man.
Okay. How long were you streaming before you blew up?
I would say probably about 2.5 to 3 months in. Like I said, it started a lot with the Mad Pack and Lucky Blocks. Once that happened, it got to the point where I would get, 50 to 70 people in my channel, and I would only have like 2,000 followers, and I'd get 50 some people in my channel every night, just because they would be like, ha ha ha, you idiot, you died, ha 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 ha. But it was still funny.
Yeah.
No matter how you looked at it, it still was a blast to just hang out and talk to everybody as they were there. So, I mean, I guess that was really it. It was just, playing the right pack at the right time and getting the right community there is a huge thing. Exactly, Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd completely agree with you when it comes to just getting the right community.
Yeah.
You've heard of some of my past horrors, so.
Yep. Agreed.
Community is a big thing for Twitch. A big thing.
Yep.
And knowing when to deal with drama is also another.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
where it's perfect to deal with the drama, others where you just gotta let it go.
And then there are just times where you just like, no, just get the hell out of my channel.
Right.
What are some advice you would give to new streamers or YouTubers? Basically, streamers for you though.
I guess my biggest thing would be set up a schedule where you know people. Like, if you set up a schedule, it's just like watching your favorite TV show. I know that, The Walking Dead comes on at 8 o'clock on Sundays, at my time. I'm going to be there waiting for that premiere of that show. People treat Twitch just like it's their full-time, favorite show to watch every day. Make sure you set up a schedule. If you're newer, stream with a friend. Do like what we're doing. Just talk. Just hang out with people. And, maybe people might just come in and be like, hey, even the person on the other line of the call is funny. They still might come back just because that other person's helping you out.
Oh yeah, no, that's a big thing. Sweet used to be my second, and a lot of people would just show up for Sweet. I was like, that's okay. But continue, sorry.
So yeah, like I said, set up a schedule. Stream with somebody if you need to. Don't use a camera if you're uncomfortable with it for a while. Work your way up to it. Having a camera is not 100% for everybody. It's something that a lot of people have to work their way up to, and that's A-okay. I guess another one would be if you're streaming early, like I said before, don't stream for like an hour or two. You're not going to grow at all. You have to stream for at least a couple hours. So try to set aside as much time as you possibly can. Go for, say you get off work at 6, stream from 7 until 10 or 11 at night, right before you go to bed. But do it 3 to 4 nights out of the week. So that way you still have time to relax on your days off and da-da-da-da-da. Streaming is not something that you can just jump into if you want to take it as a full-time job at some point. You can't start off and only put in, part-time hours. You have to treat it like it's a full-time job. When I first started, I streamed 6-7 days a week for at least 6 to 8 hours every single day. So I would go to work my 40 hours at work, come home, stream from midnight to 6 a.m. every single day, which is another 42 hours. So I was working 82 hours a week, if not more. And a lot of people don't realize that it's a lot of work, man. I put my blood and tears to this fucking thing. And there's a lot of people that need to realize streaming isn't for everybody. It's really not. There are times where you're going to have a great day, and then there's times where you're going to have a bad day. But you got to take the good with the bad and realize that, yes, I'm going to have some bad days, but I'm also going to have some days that are just going to be fucking off the charts, man. And you can't always expect to be, the next Lyric or the next Summit or Tim the Tap Man or somebody that pulls thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers, if you don't put the dedication in there.
Yeah, you definitely won't get that overnight.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen. It has never happened in the history of any streamer ever.
I think another advice is don't go in it for the money.
Exactly.
You won't get anywhere.
It is not always there.
It's not a passion. It's not worth it.
Yeah, as my brother said, if it's not a passion, it's not worth it.
Exactly.
You got to enjoy what you're doing. As like with me, I had some rough times. I even walked away from this channel for a while.
Yep.
But when I came back, I realized after that interview we did with Cyril, this is something I want to do. Interviews are something I want to do. Even though I'll only do them on Fridays for an hour, and that's all my stream will be is just the interview. The rest of my streams will be, just gameplay. But this is something I want to do. You got to really enjoy what you do. You got to really want it. You got to know how you want to get to it too.
Yep.
If you don't know how you're going to get to it, ask for help. If you don't ask for help, you're not going to get to where you want.
Yep.
Don't focus on the money. Focus on your behavior. Money will follow up.
Yeah, exactly.
There will always be somebody there who has advice to tell you.
Oh, fuck yeah. There's been hundreds of times where I've gone to you with questions, advice, complaints.
Right.
And you've always been there to help. So you got to try to find that friend too. That's a streamer. Whether they're bigger or smaller than you, they're going to always be there.
Oh,
right.
Me likely the money. Not bad. Just give me my monies. Wow. If you could stream with anyone other than the people you already stream with or have streamed with, who would it be?
I guess it would probably be I don't know, dude. I have a lot of people that I look up to. There's one person for sure that I would love to stream with. His name is Jay Carver Poker. It's Jason Somerville. He is a professional poker player. And I found him on Twitch one day, and I love his streams because he's so informative about the way he plays poker. And I've always been a big gambler. I went to Vegas, lost a couple $100, within 10 minutes because I did it. I don't do it for, excessive amounts of money. I do it for like, okay, I'll go play some, Texas Hold'em for $20 buy-ins or something like that, whatever, right? But anyway, I love watching his stream. Like, I haven't thrown very many people's streams up on my TV upstairs to watch, but he's so informative. He's so cool and relaxed, and just watching him helps me learn everything about poker that much easier, and it makes it that much more fun for me. And that's kind of how it could be for like Minecraft too. But other than that, like I would probably pick him over almost everybody else that I watch.
47s. Obviously, he would stream with me.
Only if we cross stream.
God damn it. So what's your ultimate what's your ultimate goal at Twitch?
What's my ultimate goal on Twitch? I guess just to keep doing what I'm doing, man. Like I wake up every day and I never sit here and I'm never like, oh man, I just gotta go cast now. Oh God. I really don't want to. Like today, I woke up late, but I still streamed for 11 hours today, which is still really good. And then like if I don't have anything else going on in the day, I would love to just stream the entire day as much as I can within reason because I still want to be able to spend time with, my family and Tink and all that stuff. Yeah. But there's just something about streaming that I can break away from the stresses of my life and I can worry about what else is going on in chat and I can focus all of my, all my time and efforts into everybody else that's in chat, and I can basically be a psychiatrist for them if I really needed to, and help them out that much more.
Definitely have been a psychiatrist more than once.
Sure, do it again.
Yeah, you'll end up having to do it again. Was there ever a time in your streaming career you just wanted to stop and thought it would go nowhere for you, even if it was in the beginning?
Never. I have been an uphill guy the entire time. I've never had a time where I'm like, oh man, I just don't want to fucking stream anymore. I mean, there's days where I'm like, I just need a day off, but it's never been like, man, I'm just gonna quit Twitch. I don't like this anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. Never ever have I ever thought of that. Never.
Okay. One last question from Elite was, do you ever get your fiance in your streams at all?
She has streamed with me, but she found out that it's really not her thing, so she doesn't do it anymore. She's not a gamer per se. She plays more casual games like, the typical Minesweeper type stuff that's on like a basic computer. And she's still fun to have to play games with, and it's just she's more of a board game, interactive with her friends type game player rather than a video game player. And she's not a big fan of being in front of the camera versus when she first started, I basically threw her in front of the camera on her first day and it made her really nervous and she kind of just didn't really like it too much. So,
well, it's not for everyone.
Agreed.
Although she is very camera friendly, so I don't know why she wouldn't be.
Yeah, she's got that persona though.
Yeah, you really lucked out with that one, Sketch.
I know, dude.
I don't know how much you paid her, but I'm just kidding.
I mean, I don't like to disclose that information, but. Yeah.
All right, guys, that was all the questions I had for him. It looks like that's all the questions in chat. thank you, Sketch, for coming by. I know you got things to do and you're busy, so we'll just end it here. Thank you all for coming by. Greatly appreciate it. I love you all. Have a great night. Bye. Good night,
Bye,
Sketch.
everybody.